Hi, I'm Cindy Sadolsky with Compass, and I'm here to welcome you to our first Zoom, First and Thirst, which is a Zoom conference regarding first-time home buyers and first-time sellers. We want to give you some information that you can learn online, and I want to introduce you to some key players here. We've got Emma Butler with Neighborhood Loans. We've got Carlos Claudio with Compass Real Estate. We've got Dwight Marroquin with Neighborhood Loans, and Emily Holmes with the law offices of Kielbasa, Holmes, and Anson. So what we're going to be talking about today is some very, very important information for first-time home buyers and sellers. And we're going to start with the question of who are the key players and what role do they play? Emma, I'm going to start with you as a lender, as you need to enter very early on in the conversation.
Hi, I'm Emma Butler, and I'm a senior mortgage loan officer over at Neighborhood Loans. I have been in the mortgage business as a loan originator for going on 16 years now. I love what I do. I love helping home buyers get into the right mortgage and helping them through the process. So it varies from each person when you want to start the mortgage process or when you do. I have people that come to me a year out. They have questions. It's never too soon to get informed about the process. So if you have questions, you can start anytime you want. One of the things is don't leave it to the last minute, because we find that can be stressful because there's going to be a lot going on during the process. So we do love when people come a little bit sooner so they have time to be prepared, and then you can enjoy the process a little bit more. Normally it's about 2 months out, people will come to me, 2 or 1 month out, people will come to me, depending on, their situation and depending on what they might need to work on. So if you need to work on credit, you may come a little bit sooner. It depends on how complex your employment is. Self-employed takes a little bit longer, might be a little bit more of a curve to get through all the documents there. But my main role is to get you prepared, to make sure that you're qualified, and to make sure you're comfortable with what you're looking at buying. So we look at 2 different things. One is, what you're going to be comfortable paying per month. And so we could figure out the purchase price range you should be in. And the other one is the purchase price range that you qualify for. So we look at both sides. We just want to make sure that you're prepared and the price that you're looking at is something that you're going to feel comfortable with. Then later on in the process, once you find a home, then I'll come into play, and my team as well. So that's when we go through the underwriting of your actual loan. So there'll be more documentation that's provided at that point, and we do the appraisal. I won't get too much into that process right now, but I look forward to working with you. Any questions, we're always here as a resource. So thank you, Cindy.
Thank you, Emma. Emma does an excellent job, and she loves numbers, right, Emma?
Yes, I do. I love numbers. I love mortgages. I'm just, I'm 100% mortgages.
Awesome. Thank you for your time and information. And I think we'll pass it on to Emily now, who is an attorney, a real estate attorney. And I'm just going to add in, Carlos and Dwight are here to do a Spanish version. So if you speak Spanish, tune in for our Spanish version. But Emily, take it from here.
Hi, thanks, Cindy. Thanks, Emma. My name is Emily Holmes, and I am a real estate attorney. Our office also does estate planning if that's something you need. And I've been an attorney going on 14 years. I'm with the office of Kielbasa, Holmes, and Anson. And in general, you should speak with a real estate attorney the minute that you identify a property and sign your contract. There's some very time-sensitive matters that need to be addressed right from the beginning. And we want to make sure that there's no surprises. So you've got this period of time in the beginning of your contract called due diligence, which you should retain an attorney. And most people think, well, why do I need an attorney for a real estate contract? What's the purpose? Why do I need one? And there's really a lot of things that the attorney does, but if I could put it into three categories, the first category is to make sure that there's no surprises at the closing table. There's a lot that goes into that, and we will discuss it in detail if you decide to move forward. And then also to protect your earnest money. In the beginning of the contract, you have to put down a deposit, which can be a pretty sizely amount. And you want to make sure that someone is looking over your shoulder, making sure that earnest money is protected and that you don't waive any rights under the contract. And then I guess the third category of what an attorney does for you is to make sure, again, that everything is in order for the closing, that you're getting the proper tax credit for going forward with your property, that the zoning looks good, that there's no issues with title. And from both the perspective of a buyer and a seller, there's a lot of things behind the scene that the attorney needs to make sure are in place. I guess the only other thing is if you're buying a single family home, your attorney needs to look at a survey to make sure that there's no problems on title or liens on the title commitment. And if you're buying a condominium, both your real estate agent, Cindy Sadalski, Carlos Claudio, will help look at these rules and regulations of the condo to make sure that you know what you're buying into. And again, that there's no surprises. And when you have an amazing team such as Emma Butler and Dwight Marroquin from Neighborhood Loans, all working together towards that end goal of buying a home or selling a home, you really are going to be in good position for your closing. So thank you.
Thank you, Emily. That was very helpful. I always learn stuff from both of you all the time. I'm going to take it from here. And obviously, a real estate agent is very important in a real estate transaction. Some people try to do it on their own, but I feel like they have no idea what happens in the background. And there really is a lot of protections in place that the lender, the real estate attorney, and the real estate agent do for you on the buy side and the sell side. So when you decide to work with me, what we do is we initially discuss what you're looking for regarding neighborhood, price point, house, condo. Do you want a condo where they don't take pets? Do you need parking? There's like a myriad of things that we need to discuss. Is school district important to you? And then we set up a search. We at Compass have an awesome search kind of Pinterest board where you can, kind of pick your favorites and make comments on them. And then, we definitely have you talk to a lender and talk to your attorney, make sure you're set on that end. And then we go out and look for homes. And it's really fun. We make it really fun and very information loaded because I'm a big information person and I feel that you should have all the information possible to make your decision. And when we find the home we like, we write an offer, negotiate the contract, and then when we go under contract, we bring in an inspector who is also very important, make sure there's no issues with the home. We're involved with the attorney at that time for attorney review and get the appraiser, which then Emma would come in, and then we close. Everyone's done their due diligence. We make sure everybody's happy. And, when you work with me, I am an agent with Compass. I've been an agent for 8.5 years. I'm a top producer in the industry. And I literally work 24/7 to make sure every client has everything that they need and are very, very happy. So then they can refer all their friends. So we've got a great team for you. We've got more additional informational meetings and series coming up. And we hope you'll tune in. And at this time, we're going to start our Spanish version with Carlos Claudio, who's an agent on my team with the Cindy Sadolski Group and Compass, and Dwight Marroquin, who is a lender at Neighborhood Loans.